and welcome to DW 77%. My name is Victor, and we're live in the bustling city of Lagos, Nigeria. Behind me are classical trained musicians who are part of the Bonn Project 2025. The Beethovenfest Bonn Project has been on for over 20 years, and Lagos, Nigeria is hosting for 2025. Let's meet them. There's a saying that goes, music is a universal language, right? So far on this project, do you think that saying is, what do you think about that saying? Do you think it relates to what has been happening in this project so far?
I actually got to believe the saying, because when everyone assembled to rehearse, we all like practicing with scores. When we saw the scores, we all played the scores like we've been rehearsing before. So, I feel music is a universal language that maybe wherever, maybe from Germany, once you see the music, once you see the written music, we can play it. Even from Nigeria, once you see the written music, we can play it the same way, but just like the interpretation are different, actually.
Okay, thank you. So, Leopold, same question I asked you. Music is a universal language. How true do you think that is compared to what you've experienced on this project so far?
I think it's a very universal language, and especially rhythm. Everyone experiences rhythm in one or the other kind. Like with Afrobeat, you have the drum set. In Egmont Overture by Beethoven, you've got strings playing the beat, and everyone can feel it, so it's very universal.
Okay, thank you. How would you say the German music culture and the Nigerian music culture, how easy was it for both cultures to merge together musically?
I think because we are all speaking the same language, which is music, that make it easy, and join it together, collaborating together, make it more rich in sound. So it make it very perfect.
You've been part of this project for a period of time now. What would you say are some of the similarities or dissimilarities between the Nigerian culture when it comes to music and the German culture when it comes to music?
Okay, the similarity about it is the musical notes we are all playing, because it's just one language. Music is one language. Interpreting the music notes, it's one language interpreting. So the differences I can say about it is the way we interpret it, because as we Nigerian, we interpret it the way we see it, but as a German, they interpret it the way the composer feel it has to be interpreted. But I can say the German because the Beethoven, they know more things about the Beethoven, how he interprets his music than we do. We only play it and interpret it the way we feel it should be interpreted. But them, they know the rules, the way it has to be interpreted. If it's a Beethoven playing it, that's only what I can say for now.
Thank you, Mary. So, Mary, same question, but as a German, what do you think are some of the similarities between German music culture and the Nigerian music culture so far?
I think that this similarity is the way how we learn music. I think Nigerians hear or listen a lot to music and learn it by listening. We had a few situations in our rehearsals where one person didn't know what to play, and the other person just played it for her or for him, and then she or her listened to it, and then he or she could play it. And I think in Germany it's not like this. I mean, you have the score and you really focus on the score and what is written, and I think this is what Germans are maybe not so talented in, that only listen and play it.
So with the rise of AI, do you think that creators or music composers can actually use AI to their advantage when it comes to coming up with compositions or making music?
I think AI can be a chance, but I mean, what about the creativity? I mean, AI is not a human and not a human being. So when it comes to AI, I miss the creativity of the humans.
Thank you. So back to you, Farouk. Same question. What do you feel is going to be the impact of AI to creativity when it comes to music in the coming years?
Okay, so I do not see AI as creative, because it's just going to, for instance, I can just type it that, okay, compose a piece for me and tell the AI a story, but the AI is not going to compose the piece the way I feel. It does not have feelings. It's just a machine. So I don't think AI is good actually, but I don't think it can express the feelings in performing the music actually.
So you think when a human is composing, it's deeper than when an AI is composing?
Yes, definitely.
Do you agree with that?
Yes, I think agree. In this way, that it is like a sense in itself to compose music, something to for sharing your feelings and sharing your experiences. And if AI is doing it, it's nothing. It doesn't serve anyone.
Okay, thank you. What are some of the biggest challenges that you face as a creative in Nigeria?
One of the biggest challenges we face in Nigeria is financial support for music, and we don't have infrastructures for classical music, especially in Nigeria. We don't at all. Though we have just Muson, which it's left giving the infrastructure is not there compared to what we have in Germany and what we've seen online on signing recitals or on concert hall. So I feel financial support mostly.
Financial support. Okay, thank you. So let me come to you. What are some of the biggest challenges you face as a music creative in Germany?
I think in Germany the educational system is actually very good for musicians. So that's very nice. It's not a problem, but what I experienced here, I think what we lack is that as classical musicians, we don't really learn how to do this improvisation and do music more spontaneously, just like people here do it, maybe. So when it comes to improvising music, I feel like a lot of us have these inhibitions to do it, because everything in Germany in our music has to be like just perfect and how it's written, but so we sometimes lose that creativity.
Thank you. So back to you as a creative in Nigeria. So classical music is not very big in Nigeria. We know that, right? So how do you think? What's the future of classical music from what you've seen in Nigeria? Do you think it's something that can actually stand as side to side with Afrobeat in Nigeria in the coming years?
Honestly, I would say in the coming years, classical music can't really stand, except we collaborate. Like there's a collaboration with classical music and Afrobeat, just like what we did here. So that's the only thing that can make. But basically, and only if classical music are played more often in radio stations, like we have Afrobeats, and maybe in clubs or something, if classical music are played, it can appreciate people listening to classical music. But if without that, I don't think people can appreciate classical music like that in Nigeria.
Okay, great. Let me come to you.
Something I want to say linked to that is that also in Germany, not everyone loves classical music. In fact, in my school, I was basically the only one in my year who really enjoyed it. So that's another interesting thing. So, Afrobeats, unfortunately, we don't listen to it that much, yeah.
Okay, so do you think it was easy merging Afrobeat and classical music from what has happened in a couple of days?
To be honest, I don't believe that it was a huge challenge, because as we said before, music is a universal language, and even if someone can't completely read the score, they just listen to it and manage to play it. So it worked, Also, of course, the guys from Nigeria who play the classical instruments, they helped, because they were kind of the connection, I think, between us and the band from Adebantu. And of course there were challenges, but in the end it wasn't that big of a deal. We just played together. Yeah.
Thank you very much. What would you say is your biggest takeaway from the project so far?
I really take away the hospitality of the Nigerians. We were really welcomed here, and it was really nice.
Let me come to you, Mary. What has been your biggest takeaway so far from the project?
Okay, my biggest takeaway is the concerts, not a concert, an open areas that we did yesterday, collaborating with classical and Afrobeat, and the audience that was around more of the white, the black, those ones that know classical more without Afrobeat, and those ones that know Afrobeat without classical. So now joining those two sounds together to make a perfect music. It's a big thing. It's a big thing for me. I'm very sure for everyone it was a big thing, and they really enjoyed it, and we also enjoyed that. So it's a big one. Yeah.
So thank you very much. That was it from our classical musicians who are, we have Germans and then we have Nigerians who are part of the Beethovenfest project for 2025. Thank you so much for watching. This is DW 77%. Keep watching. Bye.